Bro, I seen this. What is going on? After ruined her life over a
What would
skill
you
issue.
do if you lost in a video game? Would you scream, violently slam your
Depends.
desk?
Depends on how did I lose. Is this a tournament? Like, are we talking about big bands, money tournaments? Oh, bro, I'm crashing out, bro. Come on now.
Maybe even annihilate your
Yeah,
controller out of
definitely, bro.
rage? Well, no matter what you end up doing, all of these things are incredibly reasonable compared to what one streamer decided to do. You see, she got so triggered over dying in a video game live on stream that she went out of her way to contact a friend of hers who just so happens to work at the game studio itself in order to wrongfully ban the streamer who killed her for an entire month without any proof, all while making it a
Wait. You're lying.
point to tarnish his reputation to their mutual friends. But wait, it gets even worse, because in parallel to all this, she would proceed to dox his personal information, like full name and address, so that she could eventually send the police after him. Guys, I wish I was exaggerating here.
Wait, she ruined her stream career doing this shit, bro. Why are people so stupid, bro?
But
Like,
this
niggas is
all
dumb.
actually happened because a
Like,
streamer
bro,
simply
come on, bro.
died
What the
in a
fuck?
video game. And the best part is that much of this
Scamming?
happened live on stream, where you can see the streamer in question lose her mind in real time while tilting harder than the Titanic. You simply don't see this every day, especially not when the game studio itself is somehow involved too. That's why I figured we had to talk about it. So without
No
further
way,
ado,
bro.
let's do this.
And it was in
All right,
Arc
so to
Raiders.
truly understand the severity of the
Or
situation,
Tarkov.
we have to talk about extraction shooters, a game genre that was pioneered by the game Escape from Tarkov. The objective was simple. You got dropped on a map with other players and your goals were to all loot as much gear as you possibly can. The main challenge though was that in order to successfully loot things, you had to extract. And if you died, you lost everything, even the gear you brought in with you. Other players had the same goal, and you had proximity voice chat. This meant that this game was perfect to extract the worst traits imaginable in a human being, which are greed and lies. And in that sense, it wasn't too different from survival games such as DayZ. The appeal was simple. When you had a lot of valuable loot and you came across other players, how would you deal with it? Would you lie to them and then shoot them in the back of the head, or would you fight them and risk losing everything? Regardless of what you chose, it would make you react and act in ways that you never thought were possible. Because at the end of the day, that's why people played these games, to feel a rush of adrenaline that you only feel when your life is in danger. So it came as no surprise that the pioneer of this genre, Escape from Tarkov, would
Millions
make
of
a
copies in the
lot of
first
money.
month? Oh
the game
my.
would start in closed beta in 2017 and then would finally release in 2025. Within a month on Steam, it sold 1 million copies, and that's knowing that many people had already bought it in closed beta. This also meant that it single-handedly dominated the entire genre. There were no real competitors here. This is why when Arc Raiders was announced, people got very excited over the idea of a fresh game in the genre. What really helped this game as well were the content creators and insiders that played the game early and had nothing but good things to say about it. And while yes, it was incredibly hyped for a long time, and some people expected disappointment because of that, they ended up getting the absolute opposite. When the game came out on the 30th of October 2025, it was met with incredible success that no one could have ever expected. It managed to take Escape from Tarkov's formula and make it even more interesting. Other players were still a threat, but the concern of them killing you was way lower than the concern of getting killed by the very dangerous and smart enemies that are around the world. This would force you to drop whatever hostilities you might have against another player and work together because they're just that dangerous. And speaking of other players, the most arguable change that this game made to the genre
If
was
your
an
Arc Raiders matches are mostly hostile, it's your own fault.
aggression-based MMR, an aggression-based ranking system. Made to
Wait,
the genre
what?
was an aggression-based MMR, an aggression-based ranking system. If you like to kill a lot of other players, you were usually matched with other players with the same mentality, but if you never killed a player and weren't aggressive, you were matched with non-aggressive players who wanted to work together. At the time of release, this wasn't really known to everyone. There were theories about it, but it definitely helped keep a huge chunk of their players from leaving. This is part of the reason as to why it was able to maintain such a large player base for over 6 months after release. It was able to attract people who would have never considered playing extraction shooters. Like, for example, the streamer Nessie Does. He's someone who mostly streamed and made content around the game Sea of Thieves, in which he trolled or messed around with people in the game that, in his opinion, deserve it, like hackers, for example. He would start playing Arc Raiders with the same goal, to make content, to make videos out of it, in which he tricks or trolls other people, which happens in pretty much every multiplayer game in which you interact with other players.
Facts.
However, at some point during early March, and while playing Arc Raiders with a friend, he'd have the very unfortunate event of coming across the streamer PeachXO. And now I'm sure that some of you watching might be surprised here, thinking things like, wait, Mugen, this streamer has like 2,000 followers, 22 average viewers. What damage could she possibly do to this bigger streamer called Nessie? Well, if you've tried to apply to a job recently in this terrible job market, you'd understand very quickly we don't live in a world of meritocracy anymore. It's all about nepotism, which means the people that you know. Take Twitch, for example, one of the worst platforms in existence. They'll ban you for anything, and you could be one of their top 0.1% streamers, you'll probably still have a hard time reaching a real human being there. But did you know that Twitch has something called the Ambassador Program, where they pick out streamers that represent the entire brand and get a special badge and contact with the staff? Yeah, well, not to call anyone out, but there's literally people out there with 1 viewer that are a Twitch ambassador. This means that these people have direct access to Twitch staff, while bigger streamers with thousands of viewers potentially don't. The point I'm making here is that you don't need a lot of viewership to have a lot of influence that could potentially cause a lot of damage to someone. And that's exactly where PeachXO falls into place here, while also weaponizing a high-ranking contact of hers that works at Embark Studios, the developer behind Arc Raiders. However, ironically, this would all eventually...
No. Why you mad that I don't want one?
lead to her own total downfall.
No, but I do want to start getting
matchmaking system-
dinner ready shortly. Is there meat dethawed? Dethawed already? Is chicken? You dethawing chicken? Do we got flour, huh? That was all of the chicken. That was the rest of them. Want me to fry it? I could fry it. Huh? Huh?
Yeah.
What do you want though? Yeah. I could do chicken, mac and cheese, and what do you want on the side? I think we ate all the veggies. Oh no, we do have mushrooms. You don't want them with nothing else though? We could do. Oh wait, don't we have another cream of mushrooms? What if we make mushrooms and then add the cream of mushrooms in there to make it? Because the cream of mushrooms, they have like little chopped mushrooms, but if we add like the big mushrooms and just add the cream on top of the mushrooms, it'll actually be cream of mushrooms. So we can do like that on the side. I think that'd be cool. That actually sounds good. My mouth is watering. Nah. Why? You want rice? I really don't want rice right now. I feel like I've been eating too much rice. My rice limit is starting to get there. Huh? Oh. I just finished my coffee. Is there more? If it's not too much.
Is very straightforward. You can queue up as a solo player, as a duo with a friend, or as a trio with 2 friends. The game will always prioritize queuing up solos with other solos, duos with other duos, etc., etc. However, like most multiplayer games, the server for Oceania are absolutely dead. So if
Oh really? Okay.
you live in Australia or New Zealand, for example, yeah, it's going to take a long time to find a game. Even worse, if you queue up as a solo, you might encounter a duo. There simply aren't enough players to be able to match them to people queuing up just like them. The reason why I'm telling you this is because it's integral to what would happen next, because around the first week of March, PeachXO would queue a solo game and encounter Nessie, which led to the event that permanently altered both of their lives. Watch for yourself.
Hello.
No, wait, no, from Mugen. This and other clips were compiled by Nessie. We'll credit later.
Yo. Oh my God, perfect. Can you hear
I can hear you.
Okay, this is like really weird, but my friend is like completely stuck, and I want someone to knock him so I can like res him, and hopefully that knocks him out of the spot.
Wait,
He's
pre-reenactment. So I'd adhere to YouTube's
Literally just
fair
got
use
completely
rules.
stuck in this room.
But how is he your friend?
Oh, are you solo? I'm in a duo game. I duo queued with him,
Wait, what?
so I can't. So yeah, if you're solo, I'm duo. I can't knock him. He's like in here under these steps right here.
Why does this feel like a scheme?
Oh, these full traps there.
Oh, okay. Well, I have a defib, so I'll do it. Hey.
That's what she gets, bro. Hey, nah, that nigga is dead funny for that though, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that nigga is dead funny for that shit, bro.
All right, so look, classic trap in games like this.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like dead comedy, bro. I'm not gonna lie, dead comedy, bro. Like did her shit completely.
If you've
did
played
her
any
shit.
survival games like DayZ or anything that involves other players, yeah, you've probably been through this. It's not pleasant, okay?
I would've
It's
never
not a
fell
good
for that shit, bro.
But that's just the nature of these games. That's what you're signing up for. He told her his friend needed help. He trapped her in a room and then killed her. She wasn't the first player he did this to, and she wasn't going to be the last.
Oh,
I even
hell
think many of you
no,
watching
bro.
would have raged at this, right? It's stupid, but you would have moved on afterwards. After raging a little bit, you would have just queued
Hell
up the
yeah,
next game
bro.
and started over. But of course, that's not what the streamer here, PeachXO, would do. She'd actually decide to take this out of the game by leaving an inappropriate comment on the Steam profile of one of those two players.
What a fucking loser.
Got
What
knocked
a
down.
fucking loser.
Got knocked down by Upgrade now.
Wow. I can smell the stank from here. Loser. TY for the free content. Suck a fat one.
Next, after leaving a comment on the Steam profile of one of the two players, she decides to report Nessie in-game. And out of all the different things she could have picked, for some reason she decides to go with
Scamming?
Like,
What?
He scammed her. So, I don't even know what scamming would entail in a game like
Yeah,
this.
like, bro, what the fuck?
Liar.
Definitely.
Fucking guilt. People like that make me hate the fucking game.
An hour after she had reported him in-game, Nessie would
He came to the chat like, bro, GG's. I'd be like, nah, fuck you, nigga. I'd be like, fuck you, nigga. Nah, bitch ass nigga. I'd be like, run that shit, bro. I'm like, run me my shit back, bitch.
understand that he had just killed a streamer. And look, he has common sense. He understood that killing someone like this wasn't the most fun way to play this game. So he made it a point to go to her chat and say, hey, GG from before. This would be her reaction, and this would be their brief discussion.
Hello, GG, but from before. Hi, Nessie. Were you the person like in we're looking for processors?
No.
No, you're one with the Stark friend. Ah, so you're the asshole from before. Right. Now, did you like the comment I left on the profile? So you're the asshole. Are you gonna be quiet now? You wanna be quiet now? Are we just where we're going with that? Everything you did required you being an asshole.
So look, so far, I mean, he's been nothing but nice, right? He's trying to understand, like, hey, why am I an asshole? Like, I'm just saying GG, right? Like, it is what it is. That's just the game. So then she makes it a point.
Nah, real talk, nigga. You know what you did, nigga. Nah, nigga, you know what you did, bro. Nah, that nigga's cat, bro. Took it all on my
To
asshole, bro. Nah,
focus
nigga, you know
on
why.
his Twitch profile,
You know why.
seeing when he last streamed, and for some reason, commenting on his partner verified badge.
When was the last time you even streamed, bro? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. It's just I'm chill. Oh, I'm chill. I'm allowed to call you an asshole because what you did was asshole behavior. I don't give a f that you've got a partner badge.
Bro, no one said anything about a partner badge.
Oh, she not, bro. She not, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I would have been like, nigga, you's a bitch, nigga. He would have lucky big on me. She called him an asshole. I would have called him a bitch. I'm like, nigga, you's a bitch, nigga. You couldn't pull up on me by yourself, nigga. You's a bitch, nigga. Okay. Bro, like I know, bro would have been hot, bro.
One even like it's automatically equipped if you're partnered on Twitch. I know this myself since I have that badge too. But for some reason, she's very triggered by it.
In over 30 days. You play some interesting games. Trying to log in with uni. I wonder if you're like being a shitlord over there too. I wonder if like, you know, people are safe being around you.
So she asked why the guy hasn't streamed in a while, right? Even though he has no obligation to answer that, he'd say, I'm trying to lock in for uni. And the first thing she says afterwards, right? She could have just ended it here and been like, you know what, dude? I don't agree with how you play the
That's
game,
valid.
but whatever. It is what it is.
No, but
See
that's
you
valid
later.
though,
No.
bro. Like he's in college. He's trying to lock in.
Oh, she makes a comment about how I hope people are safe around you. I hope you're not harassing or even being weird around people in your uni. Like, dude, where did this come from? Like, what's going on?
I don't know. Your vibes give off. Good luck with that. Yeah. Good luck. Goodbye. Goodbye. I don't care if you have a partner badge. I don't care if you have a partner badge. I just with his friend, his so-called stuck friend, you solo queued with your friend into a game and lured me in to kill me and like put a like barricade up. That is the like shittiest. Going to uni. Oh, I'm a lawyer. Oh wait, no, my family member's actually a lawyer, not me. Sorry.
All right, so he gets accused of being a weirdo around people.
Wait, what?
I'm a lawyer.
Going to uni? Giving me lawyer vibes. Arts degree for sure.
Oh wait, no, my family member's actually a lawyer, not me. Sorry.
All right, so he gets accused of being a weirdo around people IRL in college, and then she remembers that he has a partner badge, which triggers her so much that she banned him from her chat. I mean, the messages were nothing but nice, you know? She could have just ended it right
I'm
here.
not gonna lie, bro. Didn't even come like, bro, King. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I would have been talking shit to bro in the chat, but bro, we would have been laughing in chat, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, bro, I hope you clipped that, bro. I hope you got a good clip out of that, bro, because fuck you, bro. And bro did. They would have had a good clip, bro. I low-key would have been trying to do that shit to other people. Like, hey, bro, come here. Come here.
Then they're just being friendly, bantering a little bit. I mean, they're Australian, dude. Banter's in their blood, and just ending it there. So seeing how unreasonable she was becoming, Nessie's friend, the guy who was pretending that he was downed, would come into the chat to also say something. He'd say, I just got lured into a room by a guy that wanted me to help him free his friend. He trapped me and killed me. I just got this game 2 hours ago. Is it always like this? As you can imagine, he also got instantly banned as well.
I want you to tell your little boyfriend, thank you for the engagement. I appreciate it. Yeah, you can also send all the screenshots from chat
All right, I'm gonna go report this kid for harassment.
as like evidence.
The reason why this is significant is because
For harassment? Okay,
her
buddy.
mods would decide to say, all right, I'm going to go report this kid for harassment, LMAO. And mind you, when the mod says this kid, he's referring to Nessie, right? They don't care about his friend. They care about Nessie because he's the one with the partner badge. Even though everything he said has been nothing but courteous. She's
Yeah,
saying,
bro,
oh,
been
let's get all the
chilling.
screenshots and report him. Report him for what? He just came in the chat and said GG. Like, what? But here's the thing. Regardless of how weird their entire
Bro, how
interaction
does
has
this
been
play
so
off, though?
far, things could have genuinely ended right then and there. For 99.99% of people on the internet, they would have never known this even happened. Unfortunately, though, seeing how dead the Australian servers truly are, 2 days after this incident, they would end up getting into the same game again.
Wait,
This is when things
what?
would truly.
Wait.
Unfortunately, though, seeing how dead the Australian servers truly are, 2 days after this incident, they would end up getting into the same game again. This is when things would truly escalate to ridiculous levels. So what
Oh,
happened here is
no
that Nessie
way.
would come across Peach, right? And they would work together for a few minutes. What's interesting, though, is that Peach doesn't recognize him at all, right? She doesn't recognize anything about him. She thinks he's a random player that she encountered for the first time. Nessie, on the other hand, seeing that he's an absolute troll when he plays games like this, was planning to kill her anyway, regardless of whether he knew who she was or not. He'd eventually take out his pickaxe and start swinging, and by the time she dies, he'd realize something.
I'm just gonna hit her with a pickaxe.
Yeah, do it, do it, do it.
I thought we were friends.
Huh? Oh, thank you. You okay? You look tired. Off? Oh, same. I was gonna do that here in a minute too. That's deep.
Bro, I was being so nice to you.
I think I ran into you the other day.
Oh, you're the little c from the other night.
Yeah, I thought I recognized your voice.
Yeah, you're the one that was trying to flex his partner badge on Twitch. Guess
It
what?
auto
Still
equips.
hates you.
It auto equips.
I don't care, you can turn it off, bro. It literally is an option when you're in Twitch. But also, you've been reported for harassment on multiple levels by multiple people and towards Sea of Thieves too. People know exactly who you are and what piece of shit you are for harassment for what you did. It's all recorded, it's all done. I don't care who the f you think you are, but you're done.
Wait, what did I do?
He knows exactly what he did. So here, she ended up surrendering,
Bro,
right? So instead of
why,
continuing
bro, I swear, she's so fucking stupid, bro.
the conversation, she just killed her character. But what's really interesting to note here is that before killing her for a second time, she had already implored her community to report him, not just on Arc Raiders, but they stalked his Twitch, saw what his primary game was, and reported him in Sea of Thieves as well for harassment. I mean, look, I think we're all not crazy. We saw what happened the first time, right? None of this was directed towards her. He was doing this to other players as well. She just so happened to come across him the first time, and he was nothing but courteous in her chat as well. What's really funny here is that there's also a comeback to the whole partner badge discourse, right? Oh, you came into my chat to flex it. Like, what? Again,
Nobody
it
came to
auto-equips.
flex the
So by
bitch.
now, this went from somewhat of a misunderstanding to, oh no, I'm trying to just destroy your career. I'm trying to get your main account banned. Me and my community, not just from Arc Raiders, but from Sea of Thieves to your main game that you make content on. Shit was getting real.
This fucking cunt. This little piece of shit. Stream sniped, like, not stream sniped, sorry, Q sniped with his friend so they could go into a lobby and play together in solos and pulled me into a room acting like he's found this person, like, glitched in the game, blocked me in there and killed me. And then tried to come into the stream about an hour later, acting all tough and mighty, and I called him an asshole. And he was trying to flex that he's a Twitch partner.
Tough
Like,
and mighty.
bro.
The guy came in and said, hey, good game.
GG's, bro.
And again, with the flexing of the partner badge. Dude, I
She
feel like this
sounds
is
hurt.
her main issue right here.
I-
Who gives
she
a shit
seems
about
hurt.
a partner badge?
Nobody,
And I'm
bro.
like, you know what? You're actually an asshole. I don't give a fuck who the fuck you think you are. And then because I called him out on his bullshit,
This
he
is like
proceeded
gas,
to then
bro. Like this
have-
is like gaslighting at its finest, bro.
proceeded to then have his little boyfriends come and like hate watch me and like say these certain messages in stream. I'm like, bro.
Again, boyfriends. He only had one boyfriend, and it was his friend. And yeah, sure, you can argue what he said was sarcastic and kind of annoying, but I mean, dude, she left a Steam comment on his profile telling him to suck a fat one. I'm pretty sure the Steam comment that she left was actually on his friend's profile, and then she reported Nessie in-game. So his friend was absolutely warranted in posting a sarcastic message like that.
I don't give a fuck who this is. Like, yeah. Anyway. I wish I killed him. But I was so like, what the hell? Like, this guy, like, being fake nice. But no, he's not a guy. He's a piece of shit, is what he is. He's been reported by multiple people that he's a piece of shit. Yeah. Yeah, well, you were here for this, counted? Like, it was all, like, it's all been screenshot, recorded, and reported to the proper channels. I was like, I'm not having it. Yeah. Not on my watch. Like, I'm not an idiot. I know exactly what you're doing, my guy. Absolute cock stain. Sorry, that's offensive to cocks. So he's the smeg that lives in cocks.
So there you have it, another confirmation from her that she and other members of her community had mass reported him. And of course, she would spend many minutes after the incident calling him names, insulting him, etc. But of course, that's not where things ended. 2 hours after this incident, Nessie would be in another Arc Raider streamer's chat, as he always was. What he didn't know though was that this streamer had recently played with Peach. They had collabed. Peach also happened to be in that streamer's chat, and when she saw Nessie, she would at him.
Wait, go back.
2 hours after this incident, Nessie would be in another Arc Raider streamer's chat, as he always was. What he didn't know though was that this streamer had recently played with Peach. They had collabed. Peach also happened to be in that streamer's chat, and when she saw Nessie, she would at him and say, also be careful of Nessie. He's harassed me before our games and then again tonight in game. This would of course make the chat turn against him. How dare you harass her like this? Was someone saying, fuck you fat dog Nessie, ban that guy, you're a dog, cunt. That's very Australian. God, I'm gonna have to censor so much shit in this video. But that was Nessie's new reality. All because he was unlucky enough to run into her while he was playing the game like he always did. So look, so far, the only thing Nessie had done was kill her twice in a video game. Both of these instances were not targeted in any way. He just ran into her randomly. That's
I
just the
could have
reality of how
sworn
small
I
the
seen this girl on my
servers
feed
in
before.
Australia are. It is what it is. What he's gotten for this so far, though, has been a Steam profile comment that's inappropriate, a streamer in her community mass reporting him in both Arc Raiders and his main game, Sea of Thieves, and Peach going around the Arc Raider streamer community and telling them to avoid Nessie because he is a harasser, making him out to be some sort of creep. Now again, things to an extent could have still ended there, okay? They could have somehow moved on, forgot about it, whatever. We reported him, maybe it didn't work. She can just continue living her life, but that's not what happened. You might have actually noticed this by the balloons that are behind Peach, but she had actually turned 31 around the time this happened. This made her friend that works at Embark Studios, the creators of Arc Raiders, to come into her chat
Oh, Embark Olsen.
and say happy birthday. This person, of course, wouldn't just be anyone. It would be the
Damn, community lead Embark Studios.
community lead at Embark Studios, so someone who has a hand in anything involving the community. And here's how Peach would use this to her advantage to escalate this to ridiculous levels. Watch.
How are you? I'm gonna try my very best not to ask you an Embark question. I'm gonna do my research and I'll find an email address. I have been so excited. I want to say faggot for the expedition. I'm being harassed by someone who plays this game, is a streamer, and yeah, it's a whole thing. And I was gonna ask if there's like an email address to 25%. Oh my god! If there's an email on the website to contact about it, because I've got evidence. And
He
stuff.
is a poo head.
Okay.
Like, bro, what is up with these people? Like, are they really like, bro? This mad, bro?
Ken, thank you. I did not want to, like, I thought I was gonna have a look on the website, but that helps immensely. Thank you. But how are you feeling with the expedition?
So this is how she framed it to the community lead at Embark. I'm being harassed repeatedly by one player who's making my life hell. Is there anything I can do in terms of like sending it to an official email? What's up? To which the community lead would say, yes, send me a DM on Twitch. She had direct access to the community lead. And seeing that the community lead, unfortunately, probably doesn't watch my channel, she didn't learn the very important lesson that is, there are two sides to every
this
story.
story,
Conducting
yeah.
a band based on one person's perspective is a recipe for disaster, but that's exactly what ended up happening. Nessie, who had been playing this game almost every day, creating content for it, would be temporarily suspended for 30 days immediately afterwards for behavior that violates Embark's code of conduct. Without going into too many specifics, but he already knew what's up. He saw the VOD of her talking to the community lead. Because of this, he would end up creating a video that's unlisted called Message to Embark and sent it in his appeal. He would point out how most, if not all of the VODs that involved him and Peach had been deleted from Peach's channel. He would then proceed to go through everything we went through. In fact, all the clips I showed you were from his video,
Whoa.
showing everything. Their first interaction, their chat messages, the second interaction, how she tried to destroy his reputation in other streamers' chat, etc. By the end of it, he had compiled everything into a board on Microsoft Paint. On one side was him, and the worst thing he could think of where he was harassing her was just sending his friend to type his message saying, I just got lured into a room by a guy that wanted me to help free his friend. He trapped me and killed me. On Peach's side though, we can see the Steam comment, we can see verbal abuse, we can see mass report / witch hunt, we can see chat rallied against me with many mean messages, so aka ruining his reputation in other streamers' chat. So obviously it didn't make sense to ban him without banning her too. If he was going to be made into a villain, then she deserves to get some flack as well. He sent everything in the support ticket, but he didn't get a reply for 5 days. So instead he got desperate and reached out to the community lead directly through Twitch DMs. This is where he would say, hey Austin, I'm really sorry for reaching out this way. I believe you might recognize my name from an email you received from PeachXO. When reviewing her VODs for reasons that could have led to my ARC ban, I saw you in chat and assumed that the direct correspondence between you and Peach could have been what led to my ban. I feel horrible throwing accusations around, but there is no doubt in my mind that whatever email you received contained either outright lies or gross exaggerations. I have sent everything in my support ticket, but have received no reply in 5 whole days, and it feels very unfair to be waiting when in the instance of my interactions with Peach, it was myself who was actually harassed. He would then send the YouTube video I just showed you and then say, this link contains a full timeline of all our interactions and shows how I was treated. This is when the community lead would reply with, hi there. I see this as an uncomfortable situation. I'd be happy to undo the ban, but I would need your assurance that any future interactions with Peach would cease. I'm happy to have the same conversation with her. Nessie would reply with, yes, please. All I want is this to go away. Please understand, however, that Oceania is small, and I have no idea if I run into her in-game unless one of us kills the other, and names show. I really want nothing to do with her, and if I see her in-game and somehow know it's her, I'll leave the game, or run away. Whatever you want. So look, it's important to acknowledge that the community lead was in an uncomfortable situation here, right? Having to deal with...
Damn, that she put her in the middle of it, but it's like, bro, like, she's still low-key, like, bro, Ocean is still low-key taking sides, bro, talking about, like, bro, I'm happy to have the same conversation with her, but the future interactions with Peach would be ceased. It's like, he already stopped, bro. What are you talking about? Like, he ran into her again in-game and realized after the fact. And then, even then, he didn't even go back to her chat, bro. He was just vibing, bro, and end up being in somebody else's stream when she happens to be there too. So it's like the correlation behind it, bro, is too close.
The ban of someone that her friend was claiming was harassing her. At the same time though, as a community lead, you have to let go of your attachment to people and see things objectively. It's cool that you actually replied to Nessie and bothered talking to him, which eventually led to him getting unbanned early. However, saying things like, I want your assurance that any future interactions with Peach would cease is definitely interesting. The guy had killed her twice. That's it. There was no proof he was targeting her. There was no proof he wanted to kill her in particular. He was just playing the game and ran across her.
Literally.
That is it. But still, he was willing to be cooperative if he knew that it was her. By this point, Nessie was unbanned. Great. But the threat of PeachXO and her community was still there. They were still tarnishing his reputation, and they were still trying to mass report him from games that he played. I mean, it had worked. She had banned him for 30 days. If she found out he got unbanned, God knows what she would have done. So he decided to take the explanation video he had made to the ARC Raiders team and publish it on his YouTube channel, titling it, Streamer Mass Reports Me After Being Trolled in ARC Raiders. It'll be uploaded on March 6th, 2026, and it would get over 10,000 views. This was him pretty much defending himself and trying to repair whatever reputation he still had left in the ARC Raiders community after the damage that PeachXO had done. In theory, it's a pretty good idea. The problem, though, was that he was dealing with PeachXO, and she was about to escalate this to unforgivable levels. Because shortly after the video would be uploaded, it would get copyright claim.
Oh my,
Nessie would receive an email saying, we received a copyright removal request for your video based on applicable copyright law. We've removed your video from YouTube. Content used, this is from a stream VOD from Peach's channel. Content found in entire video. Removal request issued by PeachXO. Contact info is the same email you find on PeachXO's social media. This was her. But look, a copyright removal is a very big deal. Okay,
yeah,
it gives
you
you a
now
copyright
have one strike.
You get a few of those, your channel gets deleted. It's not like something you just do because you feel like doing. This is like you genuinely messing with the law. Now, the good news is that you can counterclaim. And unless the other person actually hired a lawyer, they can't, counter again. In order for them to counter again, they have to actually take you to court. The problem, though, is by the time you counter, many people who actually do copyright strikes have already won. They don't actually care about the video being taken down. They care about getting your personal information because that's the only way you can counterclaim. And it's been a problem on YouTube for years. This has been a tactic employed against content creators by malicious actors who seek to...
I just have to send the streamer my full name, address, phone number. This was required to fight a copyright claim. They made on my video. How cool that the person who got their chat to mass report me everywhere for killing them in Arc Raider now has access to all this
harm them
information
by getting their personal info. And unfortunately, that's what Nessie had to do to counterclaim this video. He had to put in his full legal name, his street address, his phone, his city,
and
his
she
email,
doxed
his
them.
postcode, and his country. Peach only had to supply her email address. He had to give everything. And yeah, you guessed it, the person who copyright claims a video, when they receive the counterclaim, they can see all of this. Nessie would tweet about this and say, how cool that the person who got their chat to mass report me everywhere for killing them in Arc Raiders now has access to all this information. But now you think, come on, dude, listen, okay, yeah, she's been very unreasonable. She's been very weird throughout the whole thing. She's not actually going to do anything with this, right? Like, come on. You really have to be crazy.
You're talking
right?
about some weirdo right now.
It turns out that Peach truly is that crazy. Because shortly after Nessie's appeal to the copyright...
Okay, he made a hate video about me, so naturally I reported it to the e-safety commissioner, and he still won't stop. So now I'm reporting it to the police. I yelled at him in a game. He stream sniped me. I told them via prox chat that I reported him, and people who witnessed his shitty behavior in game have him reported. They told me. He thinks I mass reported him. Thanks for thinking I'm big enough to mass report though. Filing a police report on the partner Twitch streamer who keeps harassing me and stream sniping me and causing people to send death threats. Oh, now you're just adding on shit.
Strike. Peach would tweet this out on her account, saying, filing a police report on the partner Twitch streamer who keeps harassing and stream sniping me and causing people to send death threats to me. I yelled at him in a game. He stream sniped me and I told him via proximity chat that I've reported him and people who witnessed his shitty behavior in game have reported him too. They told
First
me.
off, you didn't even yell at him in game. Like, oh my gosh, she is so delusional.
He thinks I mass reported him. Thanks for thinking I'm big enough to mass report though. He made a hate video about me, so naturally I reported it to the e-safety commissioner and he still won't stop, so now I'm reporting it to the police. I also copyright strike the video to YouTube as are a nightmare to talk to about harassment / bullying / death threats. She would then end this by saying, how I love being a woman on the internet. Yeah, so look, just in case you've watched this video so far and you
Oh my, like, bro, okay.
don't have any common sense, don't worry, I got you. All of this, from start to finish, did not happen because Peach was a woman. Peach could have been an alien from Mars. She could have been like one of those fictional aliens from Star Wars, whatever you want, dude. She could have not even been from Earth. This is about her behavior. And the fact that she's making it about her gender is an injustice to anyone who's actually had to get harassed and stalked and all these things on the internet. These are real cases that deserve attention. And this case right here doesn't deserve to take any attention away from people actually struggling and suffering. I can't believe she said this with a straight face. At the same time, though, when it came to Nessie, he was back to square one. The video of his that he made to defend himself was taken down, and now he had to live with the idea, going to bed every day thinking, are the police gonna knock at my door? Things were getting very serious very quickly. He understood that he couldn't do this by himself anymore, he needed help. So he reached out to a friend of his that also happens to be a Sea of Thieves content creator and asked him to help. And so he did. He went by the name The Bee. And on his channel, they would both upload a video titled Streamer Wants My Friend Arrested for Killing Her in a Video Game. And within just 2 weeks, it would amass over 500,000 views.
God,
it would go over a lot of clips that were already featured in Nessie's video. And near the end of the video, they would update everyone and telling them that yes, Peach claimed to have reported him to the police because she doxed his information through a YouTube copyright strike. How disgusting can you get as a person? At this point, it was over. Nessie's video didn't really get that much attention, but this one did. The Arc Raiders community was well aware of what Peach had done now, and it had even reached people who don't even play the game.
Care Bear streamer. And yet another video that shows how fucked up the YouTube strike system is.
That the person who killed you had a partner badge.
But there's
Come on,
more
man.
videos.
So as
She
you might
caught the
imagine,
cops.
after the Bee's video came out and everyone was
She
aware of her
locked her
actions,
shit.
she would proceed to private her Twitter account. No apology, no accountability, just running away and pretending like nothing happened. She, of course, has not streamed since then either. This all could have been avoided multiple times throughout this entire timeline. She could have stopped
still
at any
hasn't
given moment
streamed?
and moved on, but no. we had to report him to the police.
Wait,
when it
chat.
came to Nessie, though, he had
Is she
finally
still
gotten his
streaming?
video back up on March 26th, 2026, so almost 20 days after uploading it. The memes that have come out from this have also been pretty funny, of course. But in the end, I think what really blows my mind here is that this was all done by a streamer with 2,000 followers, right? Someone who doesn't really have that much of a mass influence on people. One has to ask themselves, what would Peach have done in this situation if she had 10 or 100 times the followers and the viewership? Honestly, it's scary to even ask
she
this
deleted
question,
everything.
but we've seen it multiple times, especially on my channel. Some people let the influence get to their head.
Wait, she deleted everything. No, wait. Chat. She deleted everything. All 24 hours, 7. Bro, chat, she deleted everything. She has no videos up. Oh, you're lying. I will be back soon. Chat. Yo, bro. Bro, he packed her up. Yo, that's actually crazy, bro. She deleted everything. She was not playing, bro. She was not playing. She knew what was coming after that. She like, all these videos is getting made, bro. Wait a minute, bro. Wait, is her shit still up on I need to post on Instagram, bro. Like everybody posting their cinematic videos and shit. Like